A senior who explored his talents at Goshen College gets ready to graduate. GC Professor Andy Amon's students become beekeepers. And Mary Lee Environmental Center teaches younger generations about sustainability. I'm Tanner Camp, and you're watching The Correspondent. Today, The Correspondent is coming to you from the Goshen Farmers Market. I'm here after hours right now, but on a Tuesday evening or Saturday morning, you'll find this place bustling with shoppers finding their weekly produce and artisan-made goods. The market is a thriving community gathering place at the end of the mill race in downtown Goshen. Mary Lee is Goshen College's environmental center, dedicated to providing a sanctuary for plants and animals. Mary Lee also aims to educate people about the environment and provide opportunities to benefit the human body and spirit.
We're going to want to compare these soil samples to the ones we do at the farm, okay? And speaking of the farm, it's about time we got there. So, we're going to head back this direction, right down the trail. Don't stop observing, but please remember that I'll be the leader so that we don't get lost.
No.
Exploring Mary Lee's Sustainable Farm is a new field trip that we did this fall. So it was a pilot program, and we saw just over 750 kids come through this year. We think it's important to talk about sustainable farms because food is so vital for our future. When you think about anything from nutrition to impact on water quality, cultural values and food heritage, food is central to all of those pieces. Mary Lee's Sustainable Farm represents a way of farming that is less impactful on the surrounding ecosystems and is more in harmony with the landscapes that are around it. With this program, we're really hoping to expose students to an alternative way of farming that has maybe a better impact on the ecosystems around it. And even if it's just one little taste or one little preview, we're hoping that we can increase an awareness of the broader community through this program of alternatives to broad commercial agriculture and some of the challenges that go along with that.
Well, first of all, just to be out in nature, in God's world. This is a new program for us, and so we've just enjoyed the day of seeing the animals and the vegetables and the fruits, and just to be able to take it as, you know, the things that we enjoy every day, someone has worked hard to make that. So
I don't know what it's going to be like right now.
Ultimately, we hope that kids kind of take away a few main points when they are here for this field trip. And the first is understanding that food comes from farms. And we hope that they see that in the fields, in the animal pens, and throughout their experience. The other thing is we're hoping that they understand that farms are an ecosystem and that they interact with the ecosystems around them. So one example of that is seeing the students observe the chickens that are with our eggmobile scratching around for grubs at our fruit trees. And thinking about how those elements interact holistically is a really exciting example to be able to share with them. You know, the kids at the farm get the most excited about the animals. They love seeing the turkeys or the pigs, and we've been able to feed those animals as part of their field trip. So that's always a big hit.
Drop them right in, and the turkeys love eating the clover. Oh,
Kind of
thank you for them.
blue on its head,
Oh, interesting.
and it kind of was. I noticed that it was starting to grow big feathers, and
Like it was replacing the down? Wow, very interesting observation.
On the trail is another real highlight for the students because of the spontaneous nature of what we encounter. They just love seeing the little things and observing elements that we maybe don't see as adults as often.
I just think it's fun to watch the children and their excitement and how they're learning, and just the joy of the experience, and to remember that even as adults, we need to have joy and to enjoy the moments.
I love 2 pieces. I only have 2 pieces. It just makes me want to eat all that stuff.
Bees are often seen as dangerous creatures, but Goshen College professor Andy Amons is teaching students just how vital they are to our global food source. These biology students helped Amons with his project by becoming beekeepers in the hopes that they'll help people believe in the importance of these pollinators in peril.
Pollinators in Peril is a natural world perspective course to get an understanding of how the natural world works. It's a very important thing to understand why these pollinators are dying and to think about solutions to that because that are really important for our agriculture, for our sustainability, for our ability to basically eat the food that we eat. Part of the class involves going out and managing hives and learning how to do beekeeping. During our labs, we're either in prairies or in the apiary, out in nature, and we're going to be sweep netting and looking for different pollinating species and looking at all the different types of pollinators that are in that harmony that are trying to pollinate plants. But most of the time, we're actually out in the apiary and newcomer prairie where the beehives are. And so I'm going through the beehives and teaching students about how to find the queens, how do you manage a hive, how do you overwinter a hive, how do you feed a hive, how do you know what you're looking for in the hive. And I even sting myself on occasion to show them what it looks like to have the sting dig into your skin and have the venom be released. Students will help me extract the honey, and they learn about that kind of very hands-on process that's been developed really in the last 100 years with the advent of commercial beekeeping. Students that either do research with me or that are teaching assistants with me, whenever it gets time for graduation, that's one of the gifts that I'll give them is some of my extracted honey. Although I have had a partnership with the CSA program at Mary Lee. They have a CSA or Community Supported Agriculture program, and this last year I gave them some honey to give to the participants in that program. A lot of what you can do is really the most important. So trying to reduce your pesticide use, your herbicide use in your gardens, using soapy water or other alternative organic methods is a much better way of trying to control your pests.
As the fall semester comes to a close, college life is quickly coming to an end for many seniors. Let's check in with Des Lopez, a man with many talents, on how his senior year is wrapping up.
My name is Des Lopez. I am a third-year marketing and public relations student here at Goshen College. I am part of the Latino Student Union leadership team here on campus. I also work on the layout staff for The Record, which is Goshen College's newspaper. I'm also part of Goshen College's admissions team. I work hand in hand with Kristen Waltner to get prospective transfer students here on campus and see if Goshen College is the right fit for them. One of the things I love most about Goshen College would probably have to be the 10-to-1 student-to-professor class ratio. When I was looking for a college, I knew that I didn't want to go to a school where there was a ton of people there, just because I know that personally I learn a lot better when I'm put in a smaller group size situation. So I'm able to be more engaged in class discussions, as well as I'm able to build a stronger relationship with my professor, which has really helped joining the Latino Student Union Club. When I first initially joined the team, I was brought on to mainly do posters, marketing, advertising for club events, but it's become so much more. I've just been so much more engaged, creating videos, hosting events, and just being more part of campus. With my degree, I hope to possibly work for a corporation, whether that be locally or more in a bigger city. I want to be able to work with graphic design and also using my writing skills that I've learned with some of my courses here at GC. I also want to be able to just do what I love doing here at college, and hopefully that'll translate into my professional career in the future.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. We'll see you next time on The Correspondent.